after, I matched with this very beautiful woman, and I couldn't wait to interact with her. We exchanged the usual pleasantries that one does on dating apps before giving out numbers. The Cigar Lounge by my house was having an outdoor live band event that I thought would be perfect. I tell her about the event and she's all for it. The day of the date comes and I offer to pick her up, to which she accepts. As I mentioned, I'm wearing jeans, a t-shirt, and a casual jacket. I pull up to her house, ring the doorbell, and she opens. Here she is standing in front of me with a painted-on fruit stripe colored dress. I subtly hint to her that she may be overdressed and tonight was going to be very casual. After a few minutes, she asked if I wanted her to change, to which I said she might feel more comfortable if she did. She said okay and told me she'd be ready in about 15 to 20 minutes. I said cool and went back into my car and waited. 45 minutes goes by, nothing. I call, text, nothing. I wait another 15 minutes, then I ring the doorbell. All right, and we're back. And we got another one from a guy. You guys are starting to come through. I appreciate that. Let's begin. I moved to Atlanta a few years ago, and like any professional in a new space, straight to swiping left and right. Soon after, I matched with this very beautiful woman, and I couldn't wait to interact with her. We exchanged the usual pleasantries that one does on dating apps before giving out numbers. The vibe was cool, we called each other and FaceTimed a few times, and the conversation was perfect. I start planning our first date as I want things to be perfect and highlight my intentions. The Cigar Lounge by my house was having an outdoor live band event that I thought would be perfect. I love cigars, but I didn't want to subject her to having to be inside and messing up her hair and her clothes with the smell of them. I tell her about the event and she's all for it. I explained to her it's a super casual vibe, as I was planning on wearing jeans and for her to follow suit with a woman's version of casual. She said okay, and I didn't think twice about it. The day of the date comes and I offer to pick her up, to which she accepts. As I mentioned, I'm wearing jeans, a t-shirt, and a casual jacket. I feel like she's gonna be dressed down to the nine for some reason, the way you keep reiterating this. As I mentioned, I'm wearing jeans, a t-shirt, and a casual jacket. I pull up to her house, ring the doorbell, and she opens. Here she is standing in front of me with a painted-on fruit stripe colored dress. Side note, her body was amazing in that dress. Okay. Her dress was so tight, I could literally see what she had for breakfast that morning. Not to mention, she had on every color of the rainbow. To add to it, she also had on these high heels that are about 6 inches tall and made of plexiglass. I think it's safe to say this is not casual. 6-inch plexiglass heels? What is she doing with those? Anywho, knowing the place that we're going to, she'd be super overdressed, I subtly hint to her that she may be overdressed and tonight was gonna be very casual. She insisted she was fine with that dynamic, but I knew she would feel out of place once we arrived. So I continued to describe the event and venue, hoping she would see my perspective and simply just change to something more casual and less flamboyant. After a few minutes, she asked if I wanted her to change, to which I said she might feel more comfortable if she did. She said okay and told me she'd be ready in about 15 to 20 minutes. I said cool and went back into my car and waited. 45 minutes goes by, nothing. I call, text, nothing. I wait another 15 minutes, then I ring the doorbell, still nothing. At this point, I just go to the event by myself like nothing happened. Nah. What? So basically she felt away, but you tell her to change, so she said, fuck this guy, I'm going home. It just never came back out. 6 months later, 6 months, I get a random message on LinkedIn from the same woman mentioned above. She details how bad I made her feel and she felt very disrespected, like I didn't appreciate her time and effort in trying to look good for me. It took her 6 months to say this. You couldn't have just opened the door and told him. You had to wait 6 months and message him on LinkedIn. Alright. I reiterated that wasn't my intent and I truly wanted her to feel comfortable in that setting. She went on to say how embarrassed she was and she couldn't dare to look me at... Oh, come on. Cut it out. It's not that serious. You couldn't look at him. She went on to say how embarrassed she was she couldn't dare to look at me in the face again, but wanted to meet for coffee. So we meet for coffee. She was dressed way differently. Conversation was cool, very flirtatious, but nothing of substance. Walked into her car in the parking garage, she leaned me for a kiss, and I obliged. One thing led to another, and we're in the back seat. Activity... Whoa, what? I obliged. One thing leads to another, and we're in the back seat. Activities finished. Why do you keep talking like this? Activities and pleasantries. This isn't an essay. Talk to me normal, brother. It's cool. Y'all fucked. It's fine. Activities finished, we part ways, and never speak again. So, this lost me. I'm not gonna lie to you. I am lost. You plan a date, you tell her it's casual, but instead she comes out in a rainbow dress with plexiglass heels. You try and hint to her, I think you should change to something more casual. She goes, okay, cool, be right back, and disappears for 6 months. Then message you on LinkedIn, of all platforms. You meet for coffee, end up fucking in her backseat and never speak again? I don't know what's going on here. This was entertaining though, I'm not gonna lie. But I'm lost.
Hey, yo, that's hella crazy. I was confused too, man. I guess he was like bashing her for being overdressed. He said dress casually and all that. And then she came with a rainbow dress and all that. I mean, is that an issue? Like, if you show up to a place and you look better, I mean, that shouldn't be an issue. Even though you're a little bit overdressed, shouldn't be a problem, right? But yeah, I mean, I can't really understand how a grown man is describing, hooking up the way he's describing, bro. How old is this man? The way he's describing that is crazy, man. Like, what? How old are you, bro? Actually, come on, man. These stories, they gotta start telling us the ages, because some of these men talk as if they're just like in elementary school, man. They're afraid to say it, it's a taboo. But it is what it is, guys. Let me know what y'all thought about that.
I love the way you walk. You look confident.
Thank you.
What's your name?
Huh?
What's your name?
Nasifa.
Lasifa?
Nasifa.
Nice to meet you. Before you go, that's your boyfriend?
That's my friend.
So I need your number.
My number?
Yes. I was just telling your friend is gorgeous, and she was walking like a model with the dress, with the outfit and everything.
Thank you.
Yeah. Well, I love your dog. What's his name?
It's Lena.
It's a girl? Can I pet him or no?
Yeah. Careful, she bites.
I have a dog too, so it's okay. Cute. Here, you like coffee?
No, I do not like them.
What do you like? Like Moxie's?
Can you leave, bro?
Yeah, I'll leave. 1 second.
Nah.
Wait, she said that she was about to give it to me. She said you were her friend, not her boyfriend. So I respect that, but if she tells me to leave, I would have left. You don't have to say anything. I love your nails. Have a great night. Don't be so rude next time, alright?
I have the most insane dating story of all time. This was probably the single greatest piece of detective work I have ever seen from a woman in my entire life. It was both impressive but so scary and psychotic. But at the end of the day, I couldn't even be mad about what happened. I just had to applaud her efforts. A little bit of backstory. I had just moved to Charlotte at the time, just moved into a new apartment. I was super casually seeing people, right? Started hanging out with this girl. We'd hung out 2 or 3 times. On like the 3rd or 4th time, she came back with me to my apartment after a night out. We were walking by one of my neighbors. They have the Ring camera doorbell thing. This is a precursor. I'm thinking nothing of this at the time. We get back into my apartment. The girl's asking me like, how am I liking the city, the new apartment? How am I settling in? If I've met my neighbors, if they're cool. I'm like, yeah, the city's sick. There's a lot of young people, a lot of shit to do. I haven't met my neighbors yet, but like, I hope I will soon. Anyway, next weekend, she goes out of town. I go out in Charlotte. She comes back in the middle of the week and sleeps over. I go to the gym pretty early in the morning. So I like woke up and I was like, yo, I'm gonna go to the gym. Like, you're more than welcome to stay however long you want. Like, if you're here when I get back, great. If not, I'll text you. Like, have a nice day, whatever. I get back from the gym. She's not there. I text her, I'm like, hey, what's up? Just got back from the gym. No response. I'm like, fuck. Gave it a couple days. Texted her again. I'm like, hey, is everything all right? No response. Ghosted my ass. I get ghosted all the time, so like I wasn't even thinking anything of it. I wasn't gonna poke her pride, but you're always thinking like, I wonder what happened. Listen to this shit. Listen to this. Like a week later, I meet the neighbor. I see the dude in the hallway. He's like, yo, what's up, bro? I'm like, yo. He's like, you ever find that package? I was like, what? He's like, you ever figure out what happened to that package? I was like, dude, I don't know what you're talking about. He's like, the package that got taken from your doorstep, you ever figure out what happened to it? I'm like, dude, I don't know what. He's like, your girlfriend, she came over one morning and she asked to see the Ring footage because she said you guys had lost a package. And it hit me. This girl, bro, she went over to the neighbor's house while I was at the gym. First of all, she asked me about if I knew my neighbors. She was premeditating this. So when I said I didn't know my neighbors, she was planting the seed. She went over to my neighbor's apartment, asked the dude, yo, we had a package, said she was my girlfriend, was like, yo, we actually had a package we think was taken. It was delivered Saturday night. Like, do you mind if I watch the Ring footage from Saturday night? She was trying to catch my ass, bringing a girl back with me. And I did. She watched me trot on by with a girl, but acted like she was looking for a package. So the dude was like, I was telling the guy this, and the dude's like, oh my God, bro, when I saw you walking by with a girl that wasn't her, I was super confused. And he's like, your girlfriend? Was like, no, that was just his cousin. Like, she was just visiting for the weekend. She went to the neighbors, asked for the Ring footage, faked as my girlfriend, said we got a package taken, and got my ass. And she got my ass. Is that not the single greatest piece of like, at the end of the... Bravo. I tip my cap. Bravo to you.
Hey, yo, bro, you better sleep with your eye open, bro. If you've been talking and dealing with this type of woman who can do things like this, just let that sink in. What more can she do? This girl is clever as hell. So, yeah, starting from tonight, you better be sleeping with one eye closed, bro, or one eye open, whatever. That's gonna be your security. You don't know, anything can come your way. If you had a woman who's able to actually go and manipulate the neighbors and retrieve the footage like that and catch your ass on it without even blinking, without even being emotional and all like that, you already know, bro. She a detective. She low-key detective. She has to be, man. She undercover, bro. You just gotta be careful. Do her wrong and you're gonna be missing, bro, and nobody gonna find you. It's gonna be like those cases where they're gonna find you like 80 years from now.
So back in the day, my homegirl had this boyfriend that I absolutely could not stand, but I never had no solid evidence against him to get her to break up with him until one day I was on Tinder and I saw his profile, but I had swiped left too fast. But I paid the $15 to be on Tinder Gold or Tinder Plus or whatever so I could get that replay. Once I paid the $15, I drove all the way to Houston to her apartment to show him that he was on Tinder and cheated on her. He was at the apartment at the time, asleep. And instead of her just waking him up and kicking him out and breaking up with him, we went to Dollar Tree and bought a whole bunch of snacks and put it in his gas tank while he was asleep. Then she went inside of his house while I hid in the guest bathroom and she told him, yeah, I know you was on Tinder or whatever. You need to get out. And, basically, I'm done with you. He went downstairs to try to crank his car up, but he couldn't. We didn't know he had a security camera like inside of his car, and he saw everything that we did, and he came beating on the door. He was like, y'all bitches owe me some money. My car is total X, Y, and Z. But we were screaming through the door, get it back in blood. We ain't paying for shit. He told us that he was going to get his cousins to come beat our asses, but we just thought that he was just saying some shit out of anger. So we went to sleep that night, woke up, got ready to leave out of her apartment complex, walked down the stairs. There his cousin was, and they beat the fuck out of us. They whooped our fucking asses. Moral of the story, do not be telling nobody to get it back in blood unless you mean it for real, because some people is really gonna get it back in blood.
Yeah, you guys thought you were doing something here, right? And that's how you get taught a lesson. You guys could have just handled this maturely. Definitely, she could have just booted him out of the house. You could have continued on with your life. Instead, you went and screwed up his gas tank and everything. You're lucky if you didn't press charges. He could have pressed charges. You guys could have been charged, man. You guys are literally, that's a crime right there, what you guys are doing, Even though I get it, he was cheating on her and everything, but you guys sunk low to his level. The funny that he got his cousin to come beat your asses up, that's funny. That's hilarious. He didn't even do it himself. My man knows the law. He's like, I ain't touching you guys. I'm gonna send my cousin.
This is probably gonna go viral and I don't want it to, but I have to say it anyway, so here it goes. I met you when I wasn't looking for anyone. And I lost you when I wanted you the most.
We still going drunk bowling, right? We got the black truck, nigga.
We out, gang. Come on, bro. You know what we about to do, bro. This? Oh, wait. Hold on, my shorty calling. Yo, hello?
Hello?
Hey, what's up?
What are you doing?
I'm not right now. I'm with my friends.
What do you mean you're with your friends? I thought you were coming to see me.
I am about to come see you.
When?
I'm about to drop them off right now.
What's the definition of dropping them off?
I'm about to drop them off right now as we speak. Then I'm gonna come get you.
Well, hurry up. I want to come see you.
All right.
Bro, I thought we was going bowling.
Now.
I'm going to hang out with my fucking girl, bro.
Why the fuck you making plans with us if you...
Because I ain't know she was going to call me. I got to stop everything I'm doing for her.
You met her 2 days ago.
I don't give a fuck. I'm in love, nigga.
You knew him for 10 years, gang.
I knew you, man.
Listen.
So why are you making plans?
Y'all not going to fuck the pussy up for me for some bowling shit. I don't give a fuck if we was 10 years, 10, 20 years, nigga. I'm not doing that, nigga. I'm about to go chill with my girl, lay up, and then maybe matter of fact, we could play iPhone message games, and we good, bro. We good.
So let me get this shit straight, man. You gotta leave us to go link a girl you met 2 days ago for some coochie.
Bro, hell motherfucking yeah. That's
Stop this shit. Stop this shit. You don't even gotta take me home. I'm walking out from here.
You want me to
stay here?
Yo, what the fuck is you doing?
Bro, you see what you do, man? 2 days, man.
Yo, this nigga's bugging. Yo.
I'm out too. Stop this shit, bro.
So you leaving too? What the fuck is going on with y'all? Let's say I'm moving.
Yeah,
And y'all know what's so funny is the fact that if she ends up cheating on him or breaking up with him, he gonna come crying back to his boys, bro. He's gonna be right there on their doorsteps, bro. He's gonna be right there to pick them up, The worst part though is like in these cases, usually your boys are gonna be the ones who always have your back. Like, you know what I'm saying? Even though you're acting like this, I bet your boys are the type, you call them, you're like, yo, what are you doing? They're like, yo, I'm busy, I'm sleeping or whatever. And you're gonna be like, yo, I'm pulling up. and then they ain't even gonna say much. They're like, "I come through," you know. They will do that for you. They'll put whatever they're doing aside just for you. But you, on the other hand, you're gonna ditch them for the girl you met 2 days ago. That's crazy, bro. Why don't you just make better plans? If you're hanging out with your boy, hang out with your boy. If you're hanging out with your girl, hang out with your girl. But do not screw one for the other. You know what I'm saying? That's disrespect for you.
Hello? Yeah, I need to make an order for delivery, please. Yes. Can I get 2 medium pizzas, 1 cheese, and then 1 pepperoni?
Get a Coke.
And then, yes. And then can we get a Coke, like the 2-liter? What?
Breadsticks.
What? Oh my gosh, it's been forever. How'd you know it's me? Yes. Yes, it really is me. Whoa. This is crazy. I didn't know that you worked there. It's been forever. Prove it's me. What do you mean? Oh my goodness. I mean, does this ring any bells? Yes, it is me. Oh my goodness. What?
Hello, who's that?
Stop, I'm on Domino's.
Why'd you start?
Yes, but I do have like a new boyfriend, so... Anyways, yeah. Can I get also some breadsticks, please? You know I love breadsticks, like I'm addicted to them. You're addicted to me?
Get the fuck out of here.
Oh my god. Yes.
Get the fuck out of here.
Oh my god, wait. It's free? Yes. Oh wait, okay, so you're gonna come and deliver it though.
Who the fuck you want? Take her if you want, take her.
So no charge? Really? You do that for me? Oh my gosh. Yes, of course. Later on though. Oh my god, okay. Yes, I missed you too.
Fucking situation. Are you okay? Honestly, like, half of these situationships and texting relationships and whatever the fuck ships you guys are coming up with every day only happen because you guys aren't strict enough with access to yourself online as well as in person. These men should not be allowed to text you to death, to have these long-winded conversations for weeks on end with no direction in sight. They're just chatting to chat. When I say be strict, I mean from all angles, babe. I'm talking about the ones who respond to every fucking story you post and try to turn it into a long-ass conversation. Stop responding. I'm talking about the ones who get your number and try to text you and have these conversations, and you realize after a week of texting, they haven't mentioned anything about a date or meeting up in person. They're just FaceTiming you and texting you to death. Cut it off. I'm talking about the ones who claim to be your boy best friend and want to be seen with you alone all the time, going on dates, except you don't think it's a date, but they know that they benefit in the same way that they would if it was a date, except this time you're paying for yourself and you're being cock-blocked because this man is not actually your man. I'll tell you guys stories from my own life. So I went on a date with this guy one time, and he was actually super sweet. It was like the first date I'd ever been on. It was this guy that I met on Hinge. He started texting me afterwards, and we would text back and forth a little bit. And then in my mind, I'm like, this guy hasn't mentioned anything about a date. He would just say like, good morning, happy whatever holiday, this kind of thing. So I just stopped responding. Another time, I went on a date with this guy. I told him I didn't see anything with him, like anything romantic, and I told him he was great, you know, wishing all the best and stuff. He's like, yeah, that's fine. Like, he took it well at first, and then suddenly he started trying to invite me to hang out with him as friends, and I told him no, that's not a good idea because it was romantic before. And if you're not approaching me as a friend from the beginning, but you're switching it up only because I rejected you romantically, then that's disingenuous to me and it's not happening. He was like, oh no, it's not like that, I don't have any attraction for you. Right. There's this guy that used to loyally reply to my stories. It's not a big deal for you to reply to my stories. This guy was always replying to shit, like, with random ass anecdotes from his own life. Like, oh, I went here once and this happened and that. First, I was responding. And then after a while, I was like, why is this guy talking? Like, what are we talking about here? Can you get out of my DMs? Like, please leave me alone. I felt like I was being held hostage. I stopped responding. This man does not reply to my stories anymore. And you know what? Good riddance. Because what were we talking about? Guy once in person, and gave him my phone number, and he tried to FaceTime me that very night. The next day, he texted me good morning. I was still asleep. An hour later, he exclaims the message, like the little exclamation points. I woke up to that bullshit. I was like, I know you're fucking lying. We had this like pointless conversation. How's your day? Blah, blah, blah. I let it die out because leave me alone. Then he tries to FaceTime me that same day, twice in a row. And I'm like, don't FaceTime me, please. And he's like, oh, okay, sorry about that. The next day, 8 p.m., he calls me. I answer, and he's like just chatting to me about nothing. And I'm like, okay, I have to go. And he's like, yeah, we should hang out soon. And I'm like, okay, whatever, bye. The next day, he starts spamming FaceTime. And I'm like, bro, I blocked him. These men will try to put you in situations through the phone. Don't let it happen.
Why is she acting so entitled? Doesn't she realize that the reason they're messaging her, reacting to her in her posts, whatever, is because they're interested in her? Doesn't she realize that? Like, why is she all entitled? Like, oh, stop replying to my story, stop this, stop that, like nagging around. Like, bruh, they're just showing you attention because they're into you. That's it. You even got a dude here trying to ask you for a date and you rejected him. But when they don't ask you for a date, you get annoyed because you think they're wasting your time and you guys are talking about nothing important. But one thing to know that, you know, if two people are into each other, or you guys are gonna have the most boring conversation ever. You're gonna be talking about nonsense. You're gonna be talking about aliens, trees, plants, rocks, whatever it is, but it's gonna be fun for you too. So the thing is, you're just not feeling these men. That's it. They're not your type, you know, and you don't want to give them a chance. You're leaving them on scene, being so immature about it and all. But you guys see a pattern here. Most of the times, women, what do they tell you? They tell you they want effort from men. They want men to text them good morning, good night. They want the princess treatment. They want men to be putting the effort. But hey, when the man is putting the effort, that's right, they react the same way she does, right? And when men don't put the effort, all of a sudden they're the assholes. They're a dickhead. They're this, they're that. So man, to be dealing with women nowadays, you gotta be like walking on eggshells. That's it. Because once you do something, all of a sudden she finds that, you know, if you do a little bit too much, she finds that a little bit cringe. If you don't do that, she finds that, you know, you're not into her or whatever. So you can never win. Literally, you can never win. That's it. You know, because you got dudes who are asking her for a date and she doesn't want to, right? She's leaving them on scene or whatever, right? No reply. And you got dudes here who are, you know, trying to make small talks, trying to make conversation. She doesn't want to engage in that. I don't know what it is, bro. I'm telling you, man, this whole generation dating, we're cooked. Because, I mean, what is she even doing? In all these scenarios she described, I never heard her putting the work. I never heard her attempting to, you know, reach out to the dude, attempting to go on a date with him, attempting to initiate anything. No, she's just there. Right, she's just filtering guys out, right? Oh, I don't like his energy. I don't like how he's replying to my post. Oh, he's annoying. He's this, he's that. Oh, he's boring. I don't know what we're talking about. Oh, why is he talking? Like, you know what I'm saying, right? It's just nitpicking over everything. At the end of the day, I wouldn't be surprised if she's single, bro. Anyways, that's a video. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what y'all thought. Comment about the very first story. What do you guys think about that? I thought it was hilarious. But anyways, that's that. Catch you on the next one. Peace.